Hey, what's up guys? Mark Thompson again. I want to thank you for stopping by the Six-Figure Mastermind training. Hopefully you saw the first video that we've released yesterday where we went into the business model of creating a six-figure a year online business. Now, in this training, what we're going to do today is talk about what I call the JV acceleration method, okay? And if you're looking to build a business online, launch products, promote products as an affiliate, you really need to have JV relationships. And when I first started online, I had no relationships at all. So what I want to do is give you some training that'll show you how you can speed up the JV relationship process and how you can really grow your presence and your relationships overnight. Okay, so let's dive right into the training.
So it all starts with an idea, right? Everybody has ideas floating around in their head. So let me ask you this. What is stopping you from taking your idea and actually creating a product and making money from it? Okay, I asked myself this question, years back when I had lots of ideas that I thought were pretty good, but I just didn't know how to actually move forward with them. All right, so some of the main problems that it seems everybody has, especially internet marketers and entrepreneurs, is that they either don't have the technical know-how, okay, they don't know how to physically create the products, okay, they're new to the industry, so they don't have the affiliate relationships, the JV relationships to actually get distribution. They don't have a list they have a small list, so it's not like if they were to market to their own list, it wouldn't really make a lot of revenue. And overall, they just don't have the connections, okay? The online world is very similar to the offline world. It's really all about who you know. And it is very similar to that extent. Now, JV relationships are one of the fastest ways to drive traffic to your product, to an offer, and generate revenue. Okay, the best part about it is it's all targeted traffic. Okay, if you find the right JVs that have the right email list, one email can generate tens of thousands of dollars in revenue. Okay, and another great thing about JVs is that usually affiliates or JVs are product creators as well. So they have built lists of buyers, especially the ones that have been around for a while. They have potentially thousands or tens of thousands of buyers that they can mail, and each of these buyers has proven that they are willing to spend money on information products, okay, which is what we're talking about here. And that equals that the conversion rates are going to be much higher. Okay, and then on top of building those relationships, it opens the door to more opportunities. Okay, so the biggest question that everybody asks is, well, how do you get in with JVs, with affiliates? How do you start building those relationships? How do you start partnering with them on products? I'm relatively new to the industry, and that's a great question, and I was there, but you'll be so surprised at how simple it actually can be by the end of this video, and how fast you can actually move up in the chain of authority, per se, in such a short amount of time using this JV acceleration method. Okay, now the JV relationships at the email marketing, that's definitely the fastest way to drive traffic. There are other alternative options, which I have tried before, okay? Paid traffic, okay? Obviously, paid traffic, you have to know what you're doing, and you can spend or waste a lot of money. Especially with Google AdWords, just the cost per click has gone up tenfold, just from a few years ago. Okay, and also you don't have that relationship with each visitor that's coming to the site, unlike email marketing. Okay, you could try SEO, which obviously takes forever. You need to have lots of organic traffic to even start building credibility and getting people to your offer. And what I've noticed from generating a blog or creating a blog for the last 4 or 5 years is that there's a lot of freebie seekers that are just looking for free information, and that's not necessarily going to be the right audience for you. We're trying to drive people who are willing to pay for information or for products and services. Okay, you can also try social media, which it's very rare or unlikely that it's going to go viral. And I've noticed just that across the board, conversions are much lower because people on Facebook, people on Twitter, people on Google+, they just want to chat. They want to see pictures and videos of their friends. They're not really in the buyer's mentality. Okay. So let's talk about the different types of JVs, as you can see how important it is to to your overall business and the opportunities that will present themselves as you start to build more JV relationships. So the first one is a product launch partner. Okay, this is someone that you partner with to obviously launch a product. Usually you do just a 50-50 split, but there could be differences in the contract. The second type of JV is an affiliate partner. Okay, someone who emails their list in return for commissions on your product for however many units that they sell and drive traffic to your offer. The third is a JV broker or a manager. Someone on your behalf manages all of the JV relationships and gets people to promote your product. And the fourth are JVs who are more for connections or resources. Okay, people that are professional partners that you work with that may be designers or programmers, or that know of designers, programmers, or whatever type of resources and connections that you need. Now, there's three different options here you have for launching a product. Okay, option number one is doing everything yourself, and I've tried that before, and it doesn't really work out too well, especially if you don't have a lot of authority in your space. Okay, and you're also limited to what and who you know, right? I mean, you only know the people that you know. Okay, when it comes to JVs, your list, your experience and knowledge. Okay, and you're doing 100% of the work. So you can only take your product or your idea so far by yourself, which is why it's so important to align yourself with like-minded people that have the same goals, same values, same drive and determination. Okay, the second option is you could hire a JV manager. Okay, they could help bring on higher profile JVs that they already have relationships with those people. They usually handle all of the launch details, all of the promotions, all of the updates during the launch. Okay, the problem is that it may not necessarily be building personal connections between you and the JV, since you are using a JV manager as kind of an intermediary. Okay. And of course, the JV manager is going to want some sort of percentage of sales with an upfront cost, typically. Okay, and not to mention you're still stuck with all the work. Okay, so a JV manager is definitely good. It can definitely help bring on some additional traffic, additional sales to your offer. But at the end of the day, you're still stuck with all the work, and you're not really building the close relationships that you really want. Okay, which is why I personally like the third option, and this is really what the JV acceleration method is all about, is partnering with strong JVs. Okay, and the reason that is that you're going to build instant credibility inside of the industry with associated JVs. Okay, so everyone that product, that the person that you're partnering with knows, just you're being linked and associated with that person. So you're already getting some sort of credibility, and you already have the door open to get introduced to high profile JVs. Okay. You're also acting as, the JV that you're partnering with can act as the co-creator plus the JV manager, right? So they actually can play both roles where they do some of the work, okay, and then they also are helping to promote via their relationships that they've been building, okay? It also opens the door to lots of resources that you wouldn't necessarily have otherwise. Okay, lots of JVs or product creators, they have access to designers, programmers, copywriters, JVs. They have all these connections because they've done it a number of times. Okay, which is why when you partner with someone, you're partnering not only with them, but also just the people that they know and the connections that they have. And probably best of all, and most important, is that you're getting free training and coaching when you're working alongside with this person. Right? You may have a good product, and they're the ones with all the connections. They've done it before, okay, especially if you're brand new to the industry. They've done this before. You can watch and learn from them and just absorb everything that they're doing and then replicate it for yourself. So, unlike paying someone $5-10 grand just to assist you in a launch, why not partner with them, give them a percentage of the revenue, and get free training and coaching along, as you're going forward with your launch. So you're probably asking, well, how do I find these key JVs? Okay, the great thing is there are lots of different ways. Okay, the first one is probably the leaderboard updates. Leaderboard updates is during a launch you'll get to see who is sending the most traffic, the most sales to an offer as an affiliate. Okay, typically the affiliates who are on the top 10 of a leaderboard for a launch are product vendors themselves, and they also partner with other people to launch products. So these could be perfect potential JV partners for an upcoming launch that you have. Okay. You could also look at the launch boards. Launch boards are websites like JV Notify Pro, WarriorJV.com, where you get to see all of the upcoming launches for products on the Warrior Forum, on ClickBank. Okay, and all of these vendors, again, are typically affiliates. Okay, they also promote other people's products, and odds are, if they've launched a few products in the past, that they're probably going to be launching products in the future, and that could be a good opportunity for you to partner with them. Okay. Facebook, just Facebook in general, more specifically Facebook groups, there are lots of Facebook groups that are devoted to joint ventures and affiliates and product creation. Okay, start connecting with these people, start following them, start learning about them and what they do, and just start making those connections. And then Skype groups, there are lots of Skype groups that talk about product launches coming up, or link building or list building strategies and all that kind of stuff. So start getting involved in some of these product Skype groups. So what you want to look for in a JV partner, okay? Obviously similar goals, values, work ethic. If you're finding someone that has goals that are totally different than yours, then it may not be a proper fit for what you're looking to do. Okay, it's always good to find people that have complementary expertise. Okay, since I'm good with product creation, the actual creation itself, and more of the back end type work, or at least was when I first started, was I tried to find someone that was good at video, at creating videos and doing and building relationships with JVs and all that kind of stuff, because that's something that I was weak at when I first started. Okay, so finding someone that has complementary expertise. And the biggest thing is not being afraid to say no. Okay, just because if you reach out to someone and they're a big wig in the industry, maybe after talking to them, you may feel that it may just not be a good fit, or that they're just in it for the money and don't really care about you or your product. They just want to make a commission off it. So don't be afraid to say no if you feel that the partnership or the potential relationship is just not going to go where you want it to. Okay. Now, there are some things that you do not want to do when you're contacting JVs. Okay. The first thing is don't contact someone during a launch or during an event that they may have. A lot of affiliates or a lot of vendors, they do launches on a regular basis. Don't contact them on the day before a launch, because they are probably extremely busy with getting everything ready. So try to see what they're doing on Twitter, Facebook, on the forums, whatever it may be, and try to contact them during a time that they may have a little bit of downtime. Okay, don't just flat out ask, "Hey, you want to partner on a launch?" I've had a ton of people just that I've never even met before or even talked to say, "Hey, you want to partner on a launch? I see that you launched this product that seemed to have done well." That's the easiest way for someone to say no. Maybe if you already have a relationship with them, you could say something like that, but not just flat out asking someone with no prior communication. Okay, don't hound someone until they respond or don't respond. Okay, that's the easiest way for someone just to ignore you. Okay, but don't be intimidated by bigger vendors, bigger affiliates. Okay, just because you see them on the leaderboards or you see them on video or whatever, they've launched hundreds of products, whatever it may be. Don't let that intimidate you, and don't let that stop you from contacting someone. Because if you have a good product, if you have a good personality, and you guys are like-minded people, then it may be a good fit for them, for both of you. Okay, and don't worry if someone says no or doesn't respond. Okay, if someone doesn't want to partner with you, don't take it personal. I mean, people have lots of things going on in their business, and they just maybe can't do it for a number of reasons. They just have too many projects going on, or the product isn't a good fit for what their personal goals are. So don't take it personal, and don't worry if someone says no, because there's plenty of people that you can partner with. Now, here are some things that you should do. Okay, you need to start following them on Facebook, on Twitter, on the Warrior Forum, wherever it may be that they interact and engage, and really just learn more about them. Learn more about their style, their personality, their work experience, who their connections are and their reach. Because odds are, if you partner with them, you're going to gain access to all of that stuff. Okay, and if you can, try to promote them as an affiliate. The best way to get noticed from the vendor themselves is to promote their products and sell, make them some revenue while also getting some commissions on your end. Okay, that's one of the best ways that I've actually reached out to other people, is just people that have promoted my products in the past, and I just want to thank them, and then that also leads to opportunities down the road. Okay. Another thing is having the products all ready to go. If you have a product, you just don't know how to get it out there and get it promoted. Having the product ready allows you to send a personalized message to someone and say, hey, I have this product. This is what it does. This is how much I invested. Here's how much time I put into this. Show the value that you have put into this product. Okay. And someone is more willing to listen to you, instead of just saying, hey, well, hypothetically speaking, I have this product that I could create. Are you willing, do you want to partner on it? Okay. You're going to need to kind of do the legwork and the grunt work to try to partner with someone that has more experience and more reach than you may do if you're starting out. Okay. And always ask them, how can I help you? Is there, even if we can't partner on a particular product, or a launch, what can I do for you? Is there, can I leave you a testimonial? Can I, do you have an upcoming launch? Just being open and, just saying, hey, what can I do to help you really does go a long way. Okay. Also, if you have a product ready to go, make sure they know why it's going to be worth their time or worth their while. Okay. If product creators or affiliates have a proven track record for making money through product launches, through affiliate mailings, they're going to want to know why it's going to be worth their time to partner with you and make money or build an asset or whatever it may be. So make sure you really hammer home the value of why it's going to be worth it to them. And just lastly, be authentic. Okay, be authentic. Just be who you are. Don't make up a story. Don't say that this person, and just name drop. Don't say things that are not true. Okay, if you've never launched a product in your whole life, just say that and say, hey, I'm looking for someone to partner with. I'm willing to give them this amount of revenue, or I'm open to discussion, and that's the reason why I'm reaching out to you, is because I need someone to help me distribute this product. Okay, so that'll go a lot longer, or it'll go a longer way if you be authentic and just try to not, don't be someone that you're not. And so the key, and what the key is to capitalize on every new partnership that you make. Okay, take advantage of every introduction. Okay, find additional opportunities either with the partner that you find or just new relationships. Okay, make sure that you're, whoever it is that you partner with, that you ask them, say, be really proactive about, hey, can you introduce me to this person? I know that, you did a launch with them, or this and this. It's a great way to get into the door with that type of introduction. Okay. And then rinse and repeat, right? Work your way up the ladder. Okay. You may have to start off small. Maybe you can't find that top tier product vendor to partner with you, but try to find someone that may, have a few years experience. They have a few launches under their belt. They have a medium sized list and, average authority in the space. See if you can partner with them and work your way up to the top. Don't just feel like you have to hit a home run and try to find the best person to partner with, because odds are, it's going to be a lot harder to partner with someone like that. So you want to work up the ladder, and always keep building assets. This is one of the most important things to think about, is building assets in your business that are going to be sustainable. Your email list, the products that you've created, the relationships that you're building. These are all assets for your business. Okay, so it's important that you just keep that in the back of your mind, that just because you've built just one introduction or one joint venture relationship, that does mean other things. Okay, you're probably going to build an email list together. You're probably going to get access to resources that you may not have had before. Okay, And so what I want to do is just give you a quick case study. Okay. My first big launch that I did that was actually halfway, somewhat successful was my list eruption launch. Okay. I paid about $15,000 to have this product created, and I wanted to make sure that it was perfect, and it did everything I wanted to. I thought it was a great idea. I just did not have the authority. I had zero authority, zero relationships. There was a guy named Tim Atkinson, which some of you may or may not know, and I had been following him at the time and watched his videos that he'd done and some of the product launches that he'd done. And I reached out to him. I considered him somewhat of a mentor. And so I reached out to him and started following him, and even promoted a few of his products as a JV. And then I said, hey, I have this product that I created. I spent $15,000 on it. So he could already see the value right from that alone. And I said, it does this, this, and this. I'd be more, I'd like to pay you, to consult with you and have you consult with me on this launch. And that actually turned into, well, hey, partner, why don't we just partner on this, and I'll give you, 50% of the revenue. Okay. And he did, and he agreed to it. And it didn't happen overnight, but it happened over the course of a few months after we got to know each other and started connecting on Skype and on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And once we partnered on this launch, it really was kind of my aha moment where everything started to connect. All the dots started to connect. He introduced me to a ton of key JVs who I'm now close friends with. And now whenever I have launches or whenever they have launches, we help promote each other if they're quality products, and we share resources and connections and all that kind of stuff. So it was a way for me to get my foot into the door, just like any job that you're going to have. You have to start off kind of at an entry level, and just to get your foot in the door, and then you work your way up. Okay. The good thing about the relationship I had with Tim was that we complemented each other very well. He was great at producing sales videos, being in front of the camera. He's very comfortable with that. I was terrible at it when I first started, and I kind of leaned on him to handle that side of the launch. Okay. He also had a lot of insight on improving the sales funnel. So just based off his experiences alone, he was able to give a lot of good kind of consultation on price points, upsells, downsells, all that kind of stuff. He also had an inside contact with ClickBank. He had a ClickBank rep that helped with the approval process. So it went much more smoothly than if I were to try to launch a product on my own on ClickBank and not really know anyone on the inside. Okay. And it also opened the door to a high ticket webinar opportunity, of which we did about $50,000 in sales in one night. Now, as you can see, when I originally contacted him, I had no idea the amount of opportunity that would open the doors, for myself and for Tim, when we partnered. And so, once after the launch, he set up this webinar, and I really didn't even know much about it. He just had the connections, and we made a lot of sales just off of one night and promoting a high ticket webinar. Okay, so overall, it really did open the doors for additional partnerships, additional opportunities. I was able to kind of look over his shoulder and understand how to properly launch a product, how to promote to affiliates. And some of the wrong things that we did. I mean, we didn't do everything right by any means. No product launch goes 100% right. There's always something that goes wrong. But again, you're learning from your mistakes, and you have that person that you're able to bounce ideas off of. You're able to connect with and share things with. Whereas if you're trying to do it yourself, you're just not able to grow as fast as you could with key partnerships and JV relationships. So guys, I mean, this is not anything that is smoke and mirrors by any means. I mean, this is pretty straightforward, relationship building, just like if you were at a cocktail party and you're mingling with people and talking to people. Same concept applies with online. And if you're looking to become successful as an internet marketer, as a product creator, as an affiliate, the JV relationships that you build are going to be essential. Okay, and it's going to stem off to lots of different directions, lots of other opportunities to make you money in the long term. Okay, and that's really what we're trying to do, is build that long-term sustainable growth. All right, guys, so hopefully you got a lot out of the JV acceleration method. And if you haven't checked out the first video, make sure you check out the overall business model. And I went into detail on that. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the 5 pillars to an IM empire. So I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and I'll see you then.